Officer for Moonee Valley City Council. In accordance with what's required under the Local Government Act 2020, I will chair this meeting until the new mayor is elected. On behalf of Moonee Valley City Council, I respectfully acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which Moonee Valley is located, the Wiradjuri Wurrung people of the Moonee Nation, and we pay respects to the spirits, ancestors, community members, and elders, past, present, and emerging. We also extend this respect to other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders peoples here today. I would like to extend a warm welcome to members of Public Gallery who have joined us tonight, as well as those watching online. As well as being live streamed, the video recording of this meeting will also be available on our website, so attendees in the gallery are advised that the presence may be recorded. I also ask that mobile phones be switched off or switched to silent mode during this meeting. At tonight's meeting, two councillors will be elected by the peers to serve Moonee Valley community as mayor and deputy mayor during the coming 12 months, subject to tonight's council resolution on item 5.1. The next item on the agenda is apologies. Councillors, I don't believe I have any apologies tonight. Thank you. Item 3 on the agenda is declaration of conflict of interest. Does any councillor have a conflict of interest in any item on tonight's agenda? None. Thank you. Now we're moving to presentations. I would like to invite our outgoing Mayor, Samantha Byrne, to say a few words. Thank you, Mayor Byrne.
Thank you, CEO. I'll keep this short and sweet. It's obviously been a wonderful year, and I'd like to thank you as the CEO for being such a wonderful support in everything that you've done, and obviously the fellow 8 councillors. We've had some really robust debates in the chamber. There's been some incredible decisions being made, and I know that there will continue to be incredible decisions being made going forward. I think for me, some highlights included watching the business precincts really thrive following COVID, having an endorsed soccer strategy, really focusing on climate change and the work that has been done in the advocacy space. Topped off this week with the a month ago with the announcement of the train station for Airport West, which we've been advocating for a long time, and the $17.5 million commitment from the state Liberal government. It just shows how much work has been done in that space by the whole team, which is really exciting. It's obviously sort of bittersweet to finish off the year as mayor, but I'm definitely ready to go back into the chamber, and I'm really looking forward to it and very excited. I'd like to also say a special thank you to all of the executive team who have been wonderful. I know that your staff from there down have possibly had to work a little bit harder in various things, because I like to sometimes step out and do some different things. My kindergarten visits, I know, and things like that. I do understand that by doing these things, it adds that extra pressure. But I really do thank you all. I know that's a smaller group here tonight, but if you could pass that on to your teams. There was never ever anyone in your teams that wouldn't meet when I had a constituent inquiry, no matter how small it was, and that hasn't been unnoticed. So thank you very much. And obviously to Sharon, who I think is in the chamber, and Uyan, our wonderful council support team. It's going to be sad in a way not to be coming in and seeing your smiling faces every day, but it's been fabulous working with you both. And I think we've got such a lovely relationship out of all the time that we've spent normally in your office, sometimes in there, having a chat, talking all things, and really, it's been a real pleasure working with you both. Hand in hand to, at the end of the day, we all want to make the community better, and I think we've been able to do that. I'll also touch on my family. Obviously, there's such a big sacrifice to become mayor, and the family, my beautiful family, my husband Phil, my parents, my sister, my in-laws. the coordination to be able to juggle the kids and whatnot to help me fulfil the role is something that I will always remember, and I'm very grateful for. And also my friends, who I've been a little bit distant over the last 12 months while I've had to go and do Mayoral things, but also looking forward to just spending some more relaxing times, maybe on the weekends and whatnot. So it's been a big year and one that I've thoroughly enjoyed. So thank you everyone for coming on the journey.
Now, I may invite our outgoing Deputy Mayor, Councillor Jacob Betty, to present a small token appreciation to our outgoing Mayor. Thank you. Now, I would like to invite our outgoing Deputy Mayor, Jacob Betty, to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Helen. It's been one of the greatest honours of my life to represent this wonderful city as your Deputy Mayor. Over the past 12 months, I've worked exceptionally hard to advocate for much needed investment into our key community projects. Spanning over both the federal election and upcoming state election, I've lost count of the number of meetings both the Mayor and I have attended with ministers, members of Parliament, parliamentary staffers and public servants to ensure that we deliver the best outcomes for our community. Some of those highlights were the Airport Rail Link announcement that came a few weeks ago, and also just this week, the significant funding announcement from the Liberals for the Highball Stadium in Queengrove. I'm a proud independent. I'm here to advocate for the best interests of the community. I'm not a puppet to a political party, and I'm proud that my contributions on this council are not biased to any political agenda. I only answer to you, the community. I'm not here for the long game. I never see myself as a full-time politician. I came to council as someone who was aggrieved from the overstep and sometimes too much red tape that council places on our day-to-day lives. And I'm so proud that so far I've helped peel back some of that red tape that imposes unnecessary duress on our small business community. I will continue, as an out and proud gay man, to support our LGBTQIA+ community, who, up to this point, has been under-supported in this municipality when compared to our other neighbouring metropolitan councils. I said in my speech when I accepted the role of Deputy Mayor that councils play an important role in promoting acceptance within a community. I will continue to advocate for the full implementation of our LGBTQIA+ action plan. I want to thank everyone that has supported me over the past 12 months to juggle my obligations as a leader in this community and as a small business owner who, frankly, we're still battling with the conditions left to us in a post-COVID world. To my partner Cody, my best friends David and Lachlan, to my mum and dad who have been watching every live stream, you all have backed me every step of the way, and I can't thank you all enough. You'll often catch the Jacob cheerleaders as often the only members of the gallery week in, week out, often with popcorn and chips in hand. Thank you again to the community for your ongoing support over the past 12 months, and I look forward to continuing to deliver the best outcomes for you all.
Outgoing Mayor Samantha Byrne to present a small token of appreciation to our outgoing Deputy Mayor. Thank you. Councillors, do I have more presentations?
Yes, Madam CEO. I'd just like to apply for leave of absence for the next 6 weeks as starting from today.
Do I have a mover? Move Councillor Sharp, second Councillor Tyson. Those for the motion? Unanimously. Thank you. Councillors, as per the Local Government Act 2020, prior to the election of the mayor, we must consider one report, which is Report 5.1, Term of Mayor and Deputy Mayor. Councillors, do I have a motion? Councillor Byrne,
Thanks, CEO. Happy to move the officer's recommendation.
do I have a seconder? Councillor Bettiol. Councillor Byrne, would you like to speak to the motion?
Thank you. This motion is to appoint the Mayor of the Moonee Valley City Council for 12 months and the Deputy Mayor for 12 months. There is scope, obviously, to have it for longer, but historically in Moonee Valley we have done 12 months, and I think that's the way to go. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Bettiol, would you like to speak to the motion?
Not much more to add, CEO, other than I believe that sharing the role over a number of years offers multiple insights and only acts to better serve our city, so I'm happy to support the officer's recommendation.
Thank you. Would any other councillor like to speak to the item? Thank you. Now I will put that to the vote. All those in favour? Unanimously. Thank you. We have now reached the part of the meeting where we elect the mayor. In accordance with the council's governance rules, candidates must first be nominated and then receive a seconder. Under the Local Government Act 2020, a candidate for mayor may only be elected with an absolute majority of votes. Councillors, I now invite nominations for the position of mayor for the 22-23 council year. Councillor Hodgson.
Thank you, CEO. I'd like to nominate my colleague, Councillor Tyson.
Councillor Tyson, do you accept the nomination?
I accept, CEO.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder for nomination of Councillor Tyson? Councillor Byrne. Do I have further nominations? Councillor Nation.
Thank you, CEO. I'd like to nominate Independent Councillor Jacob Bettio.
Thank you, Councillor Nation. Councillor Bettio, do you accept the nomination?
Yes, CEO, I accept.
Do I have a seconder for the nomination for Councillor Bettio? Councillor Sharp. Do I have further nominations? Do I have further nominations? Thank you. Councillors, now I will put each nomination to the vote in accordance with our governance rule. There's more than one nomination. The councillors present at this meeting must vote for one of the candidates. Councillors, before I proceed to the voting of nominees, I would like to confirm that no one has any issue with the way process has been undertaken. I'm going to ask for vote in the order of the nomination. Thank you. Now, councillors, by a show of hands, please indicate your vote for Councillor Tyson. That is Councillor Isa, Councillor Hodgson, Councillor Byrne, Councillor Adams, and Councillor Tyson. A total of 5. Councillors, by a show of hands, please indicate your vote for Councillor Bettio. That is Councillor Nation, Councillor Sharp, Councillor Sipek, and Councillor Bettio. A total of 4 votes. With a majority of votes, an absolute majority of votes, I declare Councillor Tyson elected as the mayor for the 2022-23 council year. Congratulations. Before I invite the mayor the new mayor to this chair, I do want to say a few words to thank the outgoing mayor and deputy mayor. And it has been absolute pleasure to working with you both, Councillor Samantha Byrne and Councillor Jacob Bettiol. I really want to say deep and sincere thank you to you both for your leadership over the past 12 months. It has been very busy and fruitful 12 months. You both worked very hard to lead our council to achieve many good things for this community. And of course, your diligence certainly paid off. And thank you to all councillors for your collective and individual contributions. Without the cooperation and the goodwill, we would not have achieved what we did in the past 12 months. Thank you, Councillor Byrne. Thank you, Councillor Bettiol. The new elected Mayor Tyson, I invite you to say a few words. Come here, please. Take over the chair. Maybe we do the chain first before you say words. Yep. Thank you. Now I'm going to present our mayoral deal to the newly elected mayor, Councillor Tyson. Congratulations, Councillor Tyson. I believe this is
Thank you, CEO, and I'd also like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people of the Kulin Nations and pay respects to elders past, present and emerging. CEO, thank you for chairing the meeting just now, and I'm looking forward to working with you and the Moonee Valley Council Executive over the next year. First, I'd like to thank my councillor colleagues for their support. We all bring something different to this place from the diverse communities and groups we represent, as well as the various walks of life we come from. And just to acknowledge the breadth of our group, we have councillors who have experience as public servants, small business owners, healthcare, white and blue collar professionals, academics, not to mention mothers and fathers. We have a lot of work ahead in the next year, and your priorities are absolutely my own. Some of my priorities are the critical services council provides: kinder, aged care, childcare and maternal health, to name a few. We nurture and support locals from cradle to grave, and I'm committed to fighting for every local to have access, no matter what end of the valley you're in. Another critical piece of council business are the multi-generational infrastructure projects that will survive long beyond our lifetimes, that need the support from other levels of government and our local elected cabinet ministers. Councillors have my commitment that these, along with well overdue neighbourhood planning reforms, will have a special focus in my term. Like a few of us around the chamber, I'm not originally from Moonee Valley. I'm originally the son of a logistics worker and a milkman from Cairns in far north Queensland. But like many of our constituents, once you find yourself in Moonee Valley, you're never leaving. I've been here now for more than half my life, and with no plans to leave ever. Some of those constituents, friends, as well as current and former housemates I'd like to thank for putting up with me include James, Kyle, Reese, Hawkey, Baz, Simon, Abby, Ben, Tom and Sam. There are too many others to acknowledge, and you absolutely know who you are. As well, a special shout out to local Labor members and supporters who have given me the opportunity to serve our community in the first place. I'd like to single out outgoing Mayor, Councillor Samantha Byrne. Councillor Byrne, I remember well our first coffee catch-up when we met more than 6 years ago when preparing to put your hand up and serve our community on council. You've served as a leader of Moonee Valley with distinction through pandemics and floods, and appreciate that our 5-minute conversations can never be under an hour. Our community is humble, and the common thing we hear as councillors on any type of problem, big or small, is I'm sorry to bother you, I shouldn't have called, don't want to waste your time. It's never a bother, and something we as councillors welcome and are here to assist with. Whether you're a ratepayer, renter, business owner, community group or sporting club, as your mayor, I'm always keen to hear from our community how the city can do better. Of course, finally, I'd like to thank my partner Lawrence and the Reese Brophy family, as well as my mum Dee and sisters Laura and Eleni. Thank you, councillors, and I look forward to continuing to serve with you as a first amongst equals. Now we are on to item 7, the election of the Deputy Mayor. Councillors, it's the time of the evening where we elect our Deputy Mayor. Again, candidates for Deputy Mayor must be seconded by another councillor. The successful candidate must receive an absolute majority of at least 5 votes. I now call for nominations for the position of Deputy Mayor for the 2022-23 council year. Councillors. Councillor Hodgson.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to nominate Councillor Samantha Byrne.
Councillor Byrne, do you accept the nomination?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Is there a seconder for the nomination? Councillor Isa. Councillors, do we have any further nominations? Councillor Sharp.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to nominate Councillor John Sypek.
Thank you, Councillor Sharp. Councillor Sypek, to accept? Thank you. Is there a seconder? Councillor Nation. Councillors, I'll put the nominations to the vote in the order that they were received. Are there any issues with that amongst councillors for the process?
Probably need to ask if there's any other nominations.
Apologies. Thank you, Councillor Byrne. Are there any other nominations? No? Thank you. So I will commence in the order nominations were received. Are there any issues, councillors, with that process? No? I'll first put to the vote Councillor Byrne. Councillor Isa, Councillor Byrne, Councillor Hodgson, Councillor Isa, Councillor Tyson. Sorry, Councillor Adams. Apologies. That is 5 votes, all in favour of Councillor Sypek. Councillor Nation, Councillor Sypek, Councillor Sharp, Councillor Bedio. I declare Councillor Byrne the Deputy Mayor. And now I will present Councillor Byrne with the Deputy Mayor of Change. Deputy Mayor, I invite you to say a few words.
Thank you, Councillor Tyson. I'm really honoured to become Deputy Mayor tonight. It's something that I have been before, and I have also been as Mayor with Councillor Sypek and Councillor Bedio as Deputy Mayors, and I know how much work goes into the role, and I'm looking forward to supporting you wherever that may be. And I do also acknowledge that I do remember that coffee 6 years ago, And yeah, a lot has obviously happened in that period of time, but I do remember it at Strudels on Keeler Road, and so yes, I'm looking forward to serving the community, continuing to serve the community, and I'm sure that as a leadership team we will have a great year ahead. Thank you.
Thanks, Councillor Byrne. I'm looking forward to it as well. Thank you. Next report on the agenda is appointments to committees and external bodies. Councillor, item 8.1, Councillor appointments to committees and external bodies. Councillors, do I have a motion? Councillor Isa.
Mayor, I'd like to move the following motion: that Council resolves to appoint representatives to external bodies and other committees for the period of for the period to November 2023 as follows: Audit and Risk Committee, Councillor Adams, Councillor Hodgson and Councillor Byrne. Neighbourhood Spirit Delegated Committee, all councillors. Essendon Airport / Essendon Fields Council Working Group, Councillor Adams, Councillor Nation and Councillor Sharp and Councillor Byrne. Essendon Fields Airport Community Aviation Consultation Group, CACG, Councillor Sharp. Farnham Street Neighbourhood and Learning Centre Committee of Management, Councillor Isa and Councillor Hodgson. Municipal Association of Victoria, Councillor Isa, Representative, and Councillor Byrne, Substitute Representative. Metropolitan Transport Forum, Councillor Tyson and a relevant council officer. Western Melbourne Tourism Board, Councillor Bettio and a relevant council officer. Melbourne Royal Consultative Group, Councillor Isa and Councillor Hodgson. And B, authorise the Chief Executive Officer or their delegate to update any relevant council documents, including instruments of delegation and charters, to reflect the new appointments.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Hodgson? Councillor Isa?
Thanks, Mayor. As councillors, we work hard to represent the community on a range of different committees, and most of these committees, in fact, for this year, people are staying on the particular committees that they've been on for some time, and I think that demonstrates the dedication that people have to those particular working groups. For some of those groups in particular, those external bodies, there's actually some real benefit to the external bodies of people with experience continuing in their roles, and that the constant revolving door of councillors can sometimes present some issues for those external bodies. So in this, for this coming year, there are in fact very few changes across from 2022 to 23, and I think that the experience that each of us brings to the groups will serve Moonee Valley well in the coming year. Thanks, Mayor.
Thanks, Councillor Isa. Councillor Hodgson?
Thank you, Mayor. Look, I won't add much more except to say, obviously, the Neighbourhood Spirit Delegated Committee is one that all councillors are very interested in and committed to, and one of the great delegated committees that we all enjoy being a part of. Some of the others are ward-based and some serve the whole municipality, and we've got representation across the board to demonstrate that. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Hodgson. Would any other councillor like to speak? Councillor Bettio.
Thanks, Mayor. Look, I won't be supporting this. Councillor Isa did speak about how we all bring something different to these groups, and that's a big part of why we move around each year. I find that interesting, considering the previous discussion was, especially for the MAV, that would be moved around year from year, but Councillor Isa is insistent on remaining on that despite knowing that other councillors are wanting to take that spot. So I won't be supporting this, and I think it's quite selfish.
Mayor, I won't move a point of order, but it could be noted that the word selfish has previously been ruled to be out of order in the chamber.
Thank you, Councillor Isa. Councillor Bettio, I'll ask you to withdraw.
withdraw that. I think, what would you like me to withdraw? The word selfish?
Selfish.
I'll withdraw the word selfish.
Thank you, Councillor Bedio. Would any other councillor like to speak? Councillor Nation.
Thank you. Yeah, I won't be supporting this list because some positions appeared to have already been discussed prior to our pre-meet, and therefore I don't agree with the list that has been decided and put to the meeting, so I'll be voting against this motion. Thanks.
Councillor Nation. Councillor Sypek.
Yes, Mr Mayor, I won't be supporting this either because my name's on any of them.
Thank you, Councillor Sypek. Would any other...
Could I just ask a point of clarification, please, Mayor?
Certainly.
To Councillor Sypek, was there a particular committee that you wish to be a representative on, Councillor Sypek?
I think that's a frivolous question right now.
Thank you, Councillor Isa. Would any other councillor like to speak? Councillor Isa, right of reply.
No, it's fine. Thank you, Mayor. I'll just leave it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Isa. All those in favour? Councillor Isa, Councillor Hodgson, Councillor Byrne, Councillor Adams, Councillor Tyson. All those against? Councillor Nation, Councillor Sharp, Councillor Sypek, Councillor Bedio. I declare that successful. Carried. That brings us to the end of business on tonight's agenda. I'd like to thank all those members of the community who have joined us tonight in the gallery, as well as those via the live stream. Our next council meeting is scheduled for Tuesday the 15th of November, commencing at 6:30 p.m, and will also be available to view via live stream. I now declare this meeting closed at 7:11. Good night.